Good day, lords and ladies. Thanks for stopping by. Before we begin, I will be streaming Medieval Dynasty and other games Wednesday and Friday on YouTube and Sunday and Monday on Twitch. All times are 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so if you're interested, come by and hang out with me. And with that being said, let us begin. Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to our Medieval Dynasty Let's Play. This is Season 1, Episode 25. And today we're going to be trying to avoid those boars, which it's not looking like we're going to be able to. Nope, he did it the wrong way. Okay. And we are heading to, let's see. We are heading to Branica to try and recruit more villagers. Now, we did just get one more villager, and let's check on her real quick. Okay, so Jeremira is a field worker. So we're going to leave that. We need to check. You know what? I need to check that again. So we have 2 lumberjacks, a field worker, a hunter, and I believe we have an extra house as well. We do. So we could still house 2 more. So we need to try and get that done today. So we're coming up on Branica now. And I'm not going to edit this part out just because it's so close. And we did kind of discuss things in between there and here. So right now we are just going to jump this fence here. And we're going to check these people out and see what kind of skills they're looking at. What kind of skills we're looking at, actually. So, give us some stamina, and then... So, 3 in extraction, 3 in survival, and then a 3 in farming. We kind of need the farming more. But, I don't necessarily want to limit our options. So, why don't we talk to him and see if we can't increase this at all. So, how about we do number 2 and see... Oh, -5. That's okay. That's okay. We didn't necessarily need him. He's decent, but he's not the best that I've seen. So let's talk to her. Okay, so 3, do you have a minute? Let's say, how have you been lately? So that was a +10. That was good. So we'll try it again. And let's do the recently got into hunting because this number 2 option never pays off for me. So we're going to do number 1 there, and that was +2. She likes venison, but she doesn't know much about hunting. So we're going to pick 3 now. How about we do the... Well, she is kind of a field worker, so why don't we do the just got back from working in the field tough job and see if that is a positive. And it gave us +5. She says, yes, it is, but with experience, it could be just a little bit easier. So we only need 3% to go. Let's see if we could talk to her again, and we can. Let's see... Well, before we do this, why don't we quick save? Because we are so close. If we mess this up, then we can quick load, come back, and get her to join us. So why don't we do the how have you been lately? Because it's wintertime and the weather ones seem to be... They don't seem to work as well in the wintertime. So number 2, and that was a +10. She says, I'm great. Thank you for asking. That's kind of you. Okay, well, if you're great, I'm great. So why don't you join me in my new settlement? And there she goes. Yep. And so there we go. We got another villager here. Just somebody to increase the ranks there. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we were successful here in Branica. Why don't we head to this little farm over here and see if we can't find her a husband before we pack it in for the day and head home. So we're going to head west, almost directly west from here. And now it's not labeled by a village, it's just a small little farm. So it's just labeled by the people on the map. So I'll tell you what, I will meet you there. It's not that long of a walk. Well, real quick, we need to hurry up and set Ulrika in a house before she gets too mad. And there we go. Now she's set. Okay, so I will meet you at that small little family farm that's going on there. Alright, so here we are coming up on the settlement here, and it's just a little farm, it's just a little family farm. Nothing too spectacular about it, but there is a campfire right here that we can come and talk to these 2. Now, we don't need a woman, just because we need a male to fill the gap that we have, the void. We don't have another house to set up another family, and there isn't anybody here worth grabbing. I mean, well, let's see. What is her name? Delabora? I mean, she would be worth bringing into the village because of her extraction, her diplomacy. But again, we already have a female in that house, so she won't actually go there to live. She'll just be homeless until we build her a house, and then she'll get mad. And there's a possibility that she could take others with her when she leaves, if she leaves mad. Now, Woolrad, I didn't actually mean to talk to him. I wanted to push Alt. But he's not really... He's got a lot of 2s, and I don't like that. I don't like that. So we're going to continue. We're going to head over to Lesnica, and I'll meet you over there. So on my way, I realized I'm not going to Lesnica, so I needed to add this in that I'm actually going to Rolnica. And for some reason, I mixed those two towns up in my head, and then when I checked the map, I was like, oh crap, so now I need to add this little bit in. So I'll tell you what, instead of meeting you at Lesnica, I will meet you at Rolnica. How's that? Alright, I'll see you there. Alright, we're crossing the hill to Rolnica now. Yep, Rolnica, I said the right one this time. And we're gonna look up here. It looks like there's 2 women here. And again, we don't necessarily need a woman. We did just kind of bring one in. So, I mean, we do kind of need a hunter and an excavator. Or an extractor and an excavator. That would be not medieval. But, it seems like there's only 2 women here at this campfire. So there isn't really much we can do. And hey, look. We got it on film. Tamira's a witch. Tamira's a witch! Burn her at the stake! She's a witch! At any rate, so we only have 2 females here to recruit from. So we are actually going to take this time and head back to our home there. We have spent quite a bit of time away, and we need to go get some fields set up so that way our field workers can actually do their jobs. And on the way, we can check Denica for any other villagers that might have come through. So, we will be on our way to Denica, and on our way home, it's kind of in the same trip, so we'll just stop off at Denica on our way to the house, and see if there's anybody else there that we can try to convince to join our village right now. So, I'll meet you at Denica. Okay, now we're coming up on the gates of Denica, or at least the walls of Denica. So, we are looking for villagers, and we are looking for a male to become married to the female we just brought in, and right now there is only a female here. So that was kind of a bust, but that's okay. There's plenty of other villagers or villages that we can go look for villagers at, and we are kind of running out of time today. So the way I want to spend the rest of our time today is I do want to run back home, and I want to get some crops planted because we are going on the 3rd day of winter. And the only time we can plant carrots is in winter. And I kind of wanted to grow a few crops of carrots so that way we can sell them for gold. That will be the fastest way for us to earn some coin right now, since we don't have a pickaxe. We don't really have any way to accrue money other than basically picking up sticks and stones off the ground, crafting them into stone skinning knives, and then selling those. Or collecting berries in the springtime. But it's wintertime now, so there aren't any berries. So with that being said, we need to go over to our fields over here and see if we can't get a few more smaller fields set up and get those worked for carrots, and then sell all the carrots that we bring in, all the carrot seed, and continue our farming. Now, when it does become springtime, I probably will add in a few more of these fields, but they'll be bigger. I wanted to plant flax and cabbage and whatnot, but that's all springtime crops. So we really have to wait on that stuff. So for now, we're just going to create a crop or make them farm a crop that we're going to sell. We're going to do 4 3x3 fields of it, the carrots. And we're basically just trying to keep our workers, our farm workers, our field workers moving during the winter time. So when they're not moving, they're not earning us money either by producing crops or by threshing grain or anything like that. So they pretty much just stand around. So we're going to go ahead and set this up in the management tab real quick while we have a couple minutes. Let's see. We need her to be a field worker. So let's go to the barn, and then we are going to assign her to field work. And now we need to set up our fields because our one is currently set up for cabbage and they won't work it because it's not in season yet. So we're going to do that. And now when you set this, it's basically just click over here, paste down here. And then when you're done, you hit escape and then be sure you click this accept button here. If you don't, the changes that you have made will not take and it will not make the changes that you want to make. So we are going to make sure that we are constantly pushing the F button when we go to leave that screen, and you could tell whether it took or not by whether there's something in that status field right there. So we're just gonna paint all these, and now I know what you're thinking, the 3x3 isn't that big of a field, but again, we're just looking to sell it, so it has to be in manageable portions, if that makes sense. We have to be able to actually carry it to where we want to sell it, so we can't have an astronomical amount that's going to take us an entire season just to transport it to where we need to transport it to. So we just slept, and I think this would be a good spot to end this episode. And I think in the next episode we are still going to be worrying about getting more inhabitants. We need to find Ulrika, I believe that's her name. Yeah, Ulrika, a suitor. We need to find him find her a husband. And then from there, we need to build one more house so that way we can get 2 more villagers in here. Actually, we could probably just build 2 houses and bring on 2 villagers in the next episode. So, with that being said, I am TJ West. This has been another episode of my Medieval Dynasty Let's Play. This is Season 1, Episode 25. Thank you for joining me today. And let's keep it medieval, people. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I had a great time. I hope you did as well. If you did, you can click here to subscribe or click any of the links here to watch more of my content. I go live on Twitch Sunday and Monday and YouTube Wednesday and Friday. All times are 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I would love for you to come hang out with me. I am TJ West, and let's keep it medieval, people.